All right, so why would we do that? So we basically say, gosh, if I want to look around inside your stomach, do I really need to knock you out and jam a tube into your body? You should get paid for that kind of a privilege. But it's like 4 visits to the hospital, you're fighting your insurance company, also that a doctor can look around for 5, 10, 15 minutes. There's got to be a better way, right? And so what we're saying is, if you have a bellyache and you can drink some water, right?
Robots.
Maybe a little drone can swim around in your stomach. So I've like swallowed 20 of these so far. It's got motors, it's got a camera, it's a live video feed. We control it with our iPhones. It's kind of a lot of fun, actually. Costs about 35 bucks to make. It's pretty cheap. And I would just like to turn that situation with tubes jammed into grandma and just turn it into telemedicine from home. Let's have a quick, easy look. And you know what? If we find something scary, let's send you to the hospital faster in your patient journey. And so the whole idea here is like, let's make it at least 10 times cheaper and easier to have a quick look around. You've got gastritis or ulcers or lesions. Let's get those diagnosed quick and easy and fast. And then if you got stomach cancer and you don't know it, hopefully technology like this can catch it in time to actually cure it, right? So let's just make it easy and cheap to look around in the body. And bottom line is if we can turn hundreds of millions of hospital visits into telemedicine calls, that's probably going to be good for Mother Earth. That's our hope. And basically the market here is, people with stomachs. But, in hard numbers, like we spend $70 billion every year on tubes that we jam into bodies. We have millions and millions of people that are getting these traditional procedures. Let's make it telemedicine. I think there's an opportunity there. And, what are we doing? Who are we competing with? Well, I'm competing with those scopes, but let's give some credit. People have been swallowing pill cameras for 25 years now. We're just the first company that says we want to do it where they move in real time, like a video game for your doctor, and without any capital equipment, right? Let's do it over telemedicine, and that's our real differentiation, is the telemedicine moving eyeball in the human stomach. We're based, initially in my living room in Redwood City. Now we're in 9,000 square feet in Hayward. We're totally vertically integrated. We've got all kinds of cool machines. We've been building these things since they were football sized. Now they're about pill sized. And we'd like to think that we're actually on the verge of creating the world's first virtual endoscope. And here's some gobbledygook that says, we just talked to FDA and they want to talk to us in December. We want to start our first clinical trials in New Zealand next year, Q1, Q2. And thanks to 25 years of swallowing electronic capsules, we think we can get this thing into patients through the FDA in 2026. So not too bad for deep tech. And basically, let's just make it quick and easy. Let's create a world where tiny little robots can do medicine. The stomach is just kind of the beginning, right? If we can create a moving eyeball in the human stomach, well, maybe we could do lab on chip. We could tissue sample. We could look at your microbiome. I have a big passion about going beyond the GI tract. But thank goodness for the stomach, right? That's a good place to begin for such a large pill. And we kind of hope to become sort of like an asset-light, IP-heavy company, kind of like ARM Holdings. I'd love to license PillBot out to someone like Medtronic so they can get it to patients, so that this team who's in the room can actually start working on the surgical version of it. I've been designing med devices for 17 years here in the Bay Area, a couple of exits as an employee. Endiatx is a weird name. I created that bizarre name. But background is aerospace engineering originally. And I just feel like when we send sick people to the hospital, we should have the most passionate, ambitious engineers trying to create the technology that finds them there. We've got the head of the Mayo Clinic's GI program on the board helping us. He's the youngest head of Mayo's GI program ever. This is a motivated doctor leading a team of really motivated doctors who are asking us to create virtual telemedicine inside the stomach. And you know what? If we're gathering all this data and maybe letting the AI take over from doctors eventually, there are value propositions beyond just selling something for 500 bucks that you made for 35 bucks that's only used for 5 minutes. So kind of unit economics look pretty good at the beginning, but there's a data play here in the long term. And bottom line is, we are really gunning to make our investors serious returns. Like, we're not going for a 5 or a 10x. It's like, if we can make this for real, we do feel like we have a legitimate case for this to be a really exciting moment. tons of IP. I would just start to say that we are raising money, as most Silicon Valley startups are. And let's see what are these guys doing? What's that little flashing light all about? Huh.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. No! What?
You didn't know you guys were getting a magic show tonight, too.
What?
Wow, why did you feed me that content?
This?
Uh-oh. What's that? Hey, wait a minute. Is that me? What you should show these guys that signal. Turn that laptop around. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What?
So we're inside my body. Wait, is that my brother Noah with the Xbox controller?
Man, you guys should be on SNL.
Let's make this easy. Why is it so hard to look inside the human body, right? This is a cheap little drone. Let's take Silicon Valley to your house, right? And let's make it cheap. Let's make it 100 times cheaper with some AI. All right? So hey, you know what? That's enough of that. Maybe Q&A?
Yeah.
First of all, doing demos is really hard. Wasn't that a great demo? You're all lucky you didn't see that demo 6 hours from now. Doesn't end well. That was a really cool pitch, Tori. It's always nice to see a nice guy hawking pills. Cover your drinks, ladies.
I just want to say that was a really cool pitch. I actually have a lot of experience as a toddler who swallowed things he should not have. Do you have a position for me? I also have experience as an adult who swallowed